Hello, my name is Trevor Harris, and this is my U.S. history final, and I did it on the decade of the 1990s. So the first event that I chose was the Persian Gulf War. The cause of it was that Iraq invaded Kuwait, which was a major supplier of the U.S.'s oil, and they wouldn't leave by January 15th, 1991, which was when they were supposed to leave by. The outcome was that Iraq was defeated and Kuwait was liberated. It helped shape the 20th century because the U.S. passed its test of the post-Cold War. The United Kingdom was also a part of this, surprisingly. A quote that I had found was that the Persian Gulf War was fought from 1990 to 1991 between the United Nations and Iraq after the latter uh, after they later invaded Kuwait in order to annex it. Iraq was defeated and Kuwait was liberated. And this Persian Gulf War went from August 2nd, 1990 to February 28th, 1991. Now, the second event that I chose was the fall of the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union dissolved on December 26, 1991. The cause of this was the frustration with the bad economy and Gorbachev's hands-off approach to Soviet satellites. The outcome: Baltic states declared independence, and early December, Republic of Belarus, Russian Federation, and Ukraine broke away, forming the Commonwealth of Independent States. It helped to shape the 20th century because a new wave of democracy as old communism regimes collapsed in Eastern Europe in particular, and as the U.S. abandoned its support for authoritarian right-wing regimes in Latin America, especially as the country no longer felt the need to put stopping the USSR ahead of democracy and human rights, says Chris Terry on Quora.com, and the U.S. also became the world's sole superpower now. The quote, the U.S. becoming the sole superpower and the creation of the unipolar world, though we are arguably seeing the rise of additional poles. Now, the third event that I chose was the Brady Bill and gun control. The cause of this was that James S. Brady was shot in the head. He survived, though, during the Reagan assassination attempt. The outcome, the Brady Bill was signed, and now people have to wait 5 days so that the authorities can give the person a background check to see if they have any mental health issues that would make them very dangerous if they were to own a gun, or to see if they have any criminal backgrounds which wouldn't allow them to have a gun in the first place. It helped shape the 20th century because Brady and Clinton became leading people in gun control campaign. Quote, Brady became a leading proponent of gun control legislation, and in 1987 succeeded in getting the bill introduced into Congress. Now, this was on November 30th, 1933. The next event that I chose was the military airstrikes against Iraq, which these went on from December 16th to December 19th, 1998. The cause of this was that Iraq failed to cooperate with the United Nations weapons inspector. Its outcome was that President Clinton was impeached by the House of Representatives. It helped shape the 20th century because President Clinton was the second president to be impeached by the House of Representatives, but was not found guilty by the Senate. The quote that I found was, Washington, December 16th. President Clinton ordered a strong, sustained series of airstrikes against Iraq today. Defending the attack was as unavoidable, even as incensed congressional Republicans charged that it was politically tied to stave off the pending resolution to impeach him in the House of Representatives. The next one that I did was the AIDS crisis. Now, this went on from January 6th, 1990 to December 10th, 1999. So pretty much 9 years, almost 10 years. And the cause of this was HIV positive dentist may have given his patient HIV through a dental procedure. The outcome was CDC had a new case definition for HIVs released to state health departments, expanded HIV surveillance efforts, and so that now they can more accurately track the changing course of the epidemic. It helped shape the 20th century because now everyone can make sure if someone has HIV so that way they don't get it. Also, Freddie Mercury in this period of time dies from AIDS. And the quote that I have on this was on January 18th, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, reported the possible transmission of HIV to a patient through a dental procedure performed by an HIV positive dentist. This episode provoked much public debate about the safety of common dental and medical procedures. And that is all that I have for my presentation. Thank you for watching.